All right, now we're going to look at the opposite of steel cutting, which is steel unioning. And a steel union just brings two separate steel shapes back together. There are a couple limitations, should be pretty self-explanatory, but when you cut a member and you want to bring that member back, or they don't even have to be members that were cut, they can be two separate members that were drawn. Here, I'll do another one where this is just copied from here to here. And so we have one that's been cut and one that's been copied. And all a union does is you select the objects you want to combine, and it just combines those objects back together if they are like objects. If they are not like objects, you can see that it says members selected were unable to be combined. Okay, they need to be the same objects, and probably the same in every manner. We can try a different insertion point. Not going to happen. We can try a different center point or center line location. Still not happening. In order for these to match up, everything about them needs to be identical. So keep that in mind when unioning. There's not too much else to say about unioning. As long as the members are the exact same size, and in the case of channels and angles, the same orientation, everything needs to match up, you can bring those members back together. Again, this is great for, you probably won't have to use this very often, especially considering the ease in which you can just make new beams or stretch one out or something along those lines. But there may be times where you have two separate beams. Say, for example, let's try this. Let's say, for example, I've got the interior beams of some structure, okay? And then I'm going to rotate this one. And move this down a bit. And we're just looking at like intermediate beams here, okay? And these cross each other. Let's say I do a cope like from earlier. And let's do a welded cope. Oh, I didn't do all of them. All right. Let's say I want to bring these back together. You're probably going to have to remove the cope. Let's see if we can union without the cope. We can union without the cope, but you'll see that it's kind of reset. Not reset. It's got the cope still in there. What you can do is double click and bring them back together. It may do it like it kept the coping planes on this one, so you can just reunion. It's possible the coping planes may still be kept at times, but it looks like in this case they got rid of it. So you may have to do that union a couple times, but that's an example of an area where you may want to take this and make it a through member, so you want to combine it. You can also get rid of the copes. If you turn auto cope, let's we have our copes here, right? They're all coped out. We can turn our auto cope off and just say okay a bunch of times. It'll get rid of those copes, and then you can just steel union back together.